Massive disclosure in the gold for terror smuggling entire conspiracy. Navika, we have been able to access the NIA remand note, if you like, application is the better word, in the case of both Swapna Suresh and 3 other accused, and the disclosures are completely shocking.
That's right, completely shocking disclosures made in this demand note, and it shows a diabolical plan that was being planned by Swapna Suresh, who probably was fronting for an organization or individuals or a set of people and other people who have been arrested along with her. And clearly, Rahul, what is most shocking is that this was a plan that was going on from UAE. There was, we don't know, but there is an involvement of a very top official in the UAE embassy. He was there very closely involved with Swapna Suresh herself being picked up by the blue-eyed boy, by the principal secretary to the chief minister in charge of IT, who had picked her up, and he is in the chief minister's office, and this entire network of how this would be an economic terror plan, and the funds that were coming out of this could be used for other terror activities. Sounds like an extremely diabolical plot against India.
Absolutely. And at a time when, according to the remand note, and I'll just quote out of it, the idea was to destabilize India's economic fundamentals, viewers, at a time when India would be very weak. That's what is being mentioned here by the NIA during this overlap with COVID. So Swapna and Sandeep Nair, both are accused, conspired to damage the monetary stability of India, to destabilize economy by smuggling large quantity of gold from abroad, proceeds of smuggling used for financing terrorism through various means. Various means is the operative word, and I want to go across to both Vivek Karindalam and of course Nikunj. Vivek, to you first. Madhav Das Gopalakrishnan also here with us on the broadcast. But Vivek, you accessed this remand note. Sensational disclosures here.
Right, Rahul, sensational and shocking revelations that's been made by the National Investigation Agency in the court today when they were produced in the court. What they believe is that there is an economic terrorism. Basically, this money would have been used to destabilize the economy, and the proceeds of gold smuggling could have been used for funding other terrorist activities. Very, very strong words that's been used by the National Investigation Agency in this case. And what we understand is that both Swapna Suresh and Sandeep has been sent to another 4-day custody. That's till the 24th of this month. They will be under custody. In the meantime, the information's coming from the side of customs is also really shocking. In the last 1 year, nearly 200 kgs of gold was smuggled to various airports in Kerala through the same manner. Now, whether it was Swapna Suresh and Sandeep who was the conduits, even in that we still don't know. But the amount of gold that's been smuggled, especially at this time where the country's economy is taking a backseat, where is really suffering. It's at this juncture that these people are managing to smuggle these such large quantities of gold and trying to destabilize the economy. Now, also we need to understand Sandeep Nair, Swapna Suresh, Sarit, these are all just conduits. In the report, the remand report clearly says it is KT Ramesh, a businessman from Malappuram, who has got links not just in the bureaucratic circles but also in the political circles, is the kingpin in this particular case. He is the person who actually collects the gold from Sandeep Nair and Sarit, and he is a person who actually supplies it to various other people in various
that's
parts of
important, Vivek, that you put this out. The remand note further says their deliberate acts of using diplomatic baggage of UAE as a cover to transact illegal business may have serious repercussions in the diplomatic relations with the government of UAE, and it is prejudicial to the monetary and economic security of India as well. So, Nikunj, we are looking at international links, and we are looking at KT Ramesh, who's the kingpin, who also has political contacts. So what is the NIA saying to us so far, Nikunj? what are the political angles we are looking at? Because this lady, Swapna Suresh, could not have walked into the government's employment register without able help from the political establishment. And we do know Siva Sankaran, Principal Secretary of the Chief Minister, has had a role. He's been suspended now. How far up can we trace the links of this going up in the political establishment in Kerala?
Well, Navika, to answer your question in one line, when I asked the question, this same question to the NIA officials, they say that one thing is absolutely clear in the investigation so far, and that is that the kind of connections that Swapna Suresh had and the kind of exploitation she has done of the diplomatic baggage could not have been possible without some very influential people in the Kerala administration backing her up very stoutly. Now, the bigger point here, Navika, is that that today is for the second time National Investigation Agency has gone to the court, and again they have reiterated. On the first occasion, we could have said that they were asking for a transfer of case and subsequently transfer of custody of the principal accused in the case, and therefore they talked about terrorism. Today is the second time they have gone in front of a court of law, again reiterated their charge that part of this money is certainly financing terrorism. And as our colleague Vivek was telling us from Trivandrum, that one Mr. Ramiz is the alleged kingpin of this entire gold smuggling ring. Quite clearly, the National Investigation Agency in the days of investigation has got something that certainly points that proceeds of this crime were financing a terror ring locally in the Kerala, or was interconnected with a ring that was sponsoring this gold smuggling from the UAE. And they have also said, Navika, remember, one of the biggest terror conspiracy in this country, financed by Dawood Ibrahim, also used the ring of a gold smuggling network or a drug smuggling that was an economic smuggling ring that was ultimately exploited to get RDX into the country, carrying out one of the biggest terror strikes in the city of Mumbai.
And I want to get in Madhav Das Gopalakrishnan. Madhav, this remand note says that Ramiz KT insisted for smuggling gold in large quantity and maximum numbers during the lockdown period as the financial position of the country is weak. So it was being done in a period when they knew the economic situation in the country was weak, which means it was a circle of people. If KT Ramiz was working on his own as a kingpin, or whether he had other people backing him, isn't that the crucial part of the investigation? Because they were playing to a plan, not just to create economic terrorism, but also to have other means of terror spread in the country.
Absolutely, Navika. In fact, that was the very line I was just about to read out, and very significant because that also says that Ramiz has links with those who are abroad as well as several of those within this country. So what kind of individuals are these who are planning and plotting, an attack, or trying to sort of use a time when the government or the country itself is in a weak spot? That is a very big question that comes to mind. Economic terror, as Vivek Karindalam was telling us, was clearly the purpose of these individuals. And the word terror too being used in that remand note very clearly points out to a much larger strategy. Who were the foreign individuals who Ramiz was in touch with?
Ramiz, during the course of the investigation, it's Ramiz who is emerging as the linchpin, Nikunj, and I think Madhav has hit the nail on the head. So I just want to bring you into this because, it's very important that something doesn't go wrong with an individual like Ramiz. He needs to be very, very carefully dealt with because he holds the key. And I wanted to ask you, on a larger point, this business of trying to upset diplomatic relations. There has been so much help that India has been getting from the UAE on the terror front. Clearly, this is an attempt to try and create some sort of a problem. Two issues.
Well, absolutely, because the fact is, Rahul, this investigation certainly cannot be completed without grilling of members of the UAE establishment here, which is the Consul General, the Consulate, whoever they may require. I'm not naming the individuals, but there would be certain individuals certainly required for direct or indirect questioning, either face-to-face or through some questionnaires. And that about their diplomatic corps, no country is going to like. But the situation has so developed that the personal cargo of the number 2 man in the UAE Consulate has been used by these individuals officials on multiple occasions, at least 3 times, proven with evidence with the National Investigation Agency to smuggle in at least 50 kgs of gold through this route. Vivek Karandalam says can be more than 200 kgs through various other channels. That certainly is bound to create some amount of fissure.
Bound
but I'm
to
also
create
quite
some
sure that
amount
the
of distance.
relationship with
That's
the UAE
really
that
where
India
the
now
issue
has-
is.